You're listening to Izar Media. Hello, American Pickers. Friends, welcome to my channel. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Danielle Colby, star of American Pickers, performed at her burlesque show a few days after her longtime co-star Fritz passed away, demonstrating her dedication to her career. On Friday, October 4th, Danielle, 48, performed her Strip-O-Rama burlesque show at the Skylark in Rock Island, Illinois. Over the course of the evening, Danielle, whose stage name was Danny Diesel, introduced her other dancers and hosted the show. Using two big feathers as props, the American Pickers star performed a sensual dance to the Cypress Hill song Hits from the Bong to start off the celebrations. Danielle kicked off the performance by lighting a joint. The stoner theme did not stop with the music, as she suggestively wafted green feathers that seemed to evoke marijuana leaves. Danielle showed off her beautiful figure in a green bejeweled corset and matching headpiece for the performance. She topped off the risque look with a ruffled, see-through robe. Danielle then slowly stripped down, as she wore just marijuana leaf pasties and a matching thong towards the end of the performance. During the performance, which lasted around 6 minutes, Danielle thrusted, twerked, and more, as her seduction had the crowd cheering all throughout the dance. When Danielle finished, she introduced the rest of the dancers, who gave sultry performances of their own with different themes. At one point in the show, Danielle encouraged the audience to participate in a game. She had guests crumble their dollar bills and throw them at her, specifically aiming for her bare butt. Danielle yelled, "Bring me some money," as she bent over and allowed the audience to hit her butt with the bills. American Pickers Mike Wolf looks downcast outside Iowa guest house in first photos since co-star Fritz's death. "It's a big target. Come on, you got this. Right on the rim, you got me," she laughed as she added, "This is what it feels like to run the world, right there." Then later on in the show, she had the audience aim for her breasts, as she jumped up and down while audience members tried to hit her assets with their bills. "You can get close. We don't bite unless we feel like it," she said. After the final performance, Danielle thanked her fans for their support. "I feel the love in there tonight. I feel it deep, deep, deep down in my bones. You're an amazing audience. We love you. Thank you for being here with us." The show was a family affair, as Danielle's daughter Memphis collected tickets at the door. Danielle's family and friends were also in the audience. Dollars were available at the door for audience members with larger bills, as they also provided a Venmo account for tips. The show was a much-needed distraction from the passing of her longtime co-star Frank. Frank died at age 60 on September 30th, 2 years after suffering a debilitating stroke. Danielle posted the day after Frank's passing, "Frank, I will miss your ability to make everyone laugh, your love for talking tattoos, your epic collections, but what I will miss the most are those little glimpses of vulnerability from time to time. Frank, you loved your cat and your mama, and we bonded on those things. You will be missed for all of these reasons and so many more. Rest in peace, Road Dog." Frank appeared on American Pickers from 2010 to 2020. Frank suffered a stroke in his Iowa home in July 2022 that left him in and out of the hospital and rehabilitation through the years. Frank was wheelchair-bound after suffering the stroke. He can walk, but he's always going to need the wheelchair because he can't walk long distances, a friend told the U.S. Sun. "You essentially lose motion." He stopped moving. Both the left and right sides can be affected by a stroke. His right side was affected. Only a few weeks after the stroke, in August 2022, Frank's conservatorship was filed, according to the U.S. Sun. According to documents obtained by the U.S. Sun, Mr. Fritz's decision-making ability is so impaired because of his stroke that he is unable to care for his own safety or to provide for necessities such as food, shelter, clothing, or medical care, without which physical injury or illness may occur. Mr. Fritz's decision-making capacity is so impaired that he is unable to make, communicate, or carry out important decisions concerning his own financial affairs. Decisions must be made for Mr. Fritz's care and placement while he continues to recover and receive treatment for his injuries. The appointment of a guardian and conservator was deemed necessary to avoid immediate harm to him. Season 26 of American Pickers premiered on October 9th with Mike 60 and Robbie Wolf, John Jersey John Zale, and Danielle. In an exclusive interview with the U.S. Sun, Frank's close friend Jerry Gendro revealed he would have returned to the show had it not been for his health issues. Mike came up with the idea for the show. Mike was smart enough to know the show would be perfect with Frank, Jerry said. My analogy of the two, Mike and Frank, was like Jerry Lewis and Dean Martin. Jerry Lewis, Frank, was just as important, or maybe even more important, for the show. It's very hard to be the Jerry Lewis all of the time. Frank had his health problems, but I believe he would have returned. Additionally, he did have some severe health problems. From the age of 25 or 30, he developed Crohn's disease. Inflammation of the digestive tract is a symptom of Crohn's disease. Jerry described how Frank's spontaneity on the show made him a fan favorite. He was the comedian who really came up with some of the most bizarre and ridiculous things that made you say, "Wow," Jerry remarked. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe my YSR Media to our channel and stay with us.